If you're a man over 60 and your erections are getting softer, weaker, or disappearing completely, I want you to hear this because the truth is millions of men your age are quietly suffering, feeling ashamed, disconnected and confused, thinking that this is just part of getting old. But what if I told you the real culprit isn't aging? It's something you're not eating hiding in plain sight at your grocery store. Forget dangerous pills and expensive treatments. The fix is simpler and cheaper than you'd ever believe. One of these nuts eaten before bed is shocking men in their 70s and 80s by restoring erections they thought were gone forever. If you want to wake up harder than you have in decades, what I reveal next is critical. Don't close this tab until you see number 5. It's the game changer most doctors won't tell you about. The reality is that far too many men crossing the threshold of 60 find themselves grappling with a deeply personal and often unspoken challenge: the gradual softening, weakening, or outright disappearance of erections that once felt robust and reliable. This isn't a minor inconvenience. It's a source of quiet suffering, profound shame, emotional disconnection from partners, and pervasive confusion. Many resign themselves, believing this decline is an unavoidable sentence passed down by Father Time, a core part of aging they must simply endure in silence. This silent resignation creates a ripple effect, impacting self-esteem, intimate relationships, and the overall joy of life. But what if this pervasive narrative is fundamentally flawed? What if the true culprit isn't the number of candles on your birthday cake at all, but rather something astonishingly simple, something you might be overlooking entirely in your daily diet? What if the key to reclaiming vital function has been sitting on grocery store shelves all along, disguised as 5 ordinary nuts? These aren't exotic, hard-to-find supplements or expensive potions. They are accessible, affordable foods with the potential to profoundly impact your physiology. My name is Dr. Lucy Stone. As a board-certified urologist with over 3 decades dedicated exclusively to men's health, hormone optimization, and the complex landscape of erectile dysfunction, I've walked this path alongside thousands of men. My patients span the spectrum: veterans carrying the weight of service, high-powered executives navigating immense stress, retirees seeking to fully enjoy their golden years. Through countless consultations, examinations, and treatment plans, one truth has emerged with crystal clarity: age, in and of itself, is rarely the primary villain in this story. The male body, even well into its 7th, 8th, and 9th decades, possesses an inherent drive and capacity for sexual function. It remains wired for performance, for connection, for vitality. The issue isn't that the body has forgotten how. The issue is that it often lacks the specific, foundational support it desperately needs to execute these complex physiological processes effectively. The machinery is there. It simply requires the right fuel, the right maintenance, to operate optimally once more. Here's a critical insight that mainstream solutions often obscure. Medications like Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra, while potentially useful for temporary symptomatic relief, function primarily as biochemical bypasses. They do not address, let alone resolve, the underlying root causes of erectile dysfunction. They were engineered for acute intervention, not as sustainable, long-term strategies for genuine health restoration. Relying solely on them is akin to constantly jump-starting a car with a dying battery instead of replacing the battery itself. Eventually, the underlying weakness prevails. The profound wisdom we often overlook is that nature, in its intricate design, has already provided an abundance of tools perfectly suited for supporting the body's natural functions. Some of the most potent and readily available of these tools manifest as simple, whole foods, specifically 5 distinct types of nuts, each packing a unique, concentrated punch of bioavailable nutrients essential for male vitality. These aren't mere snacks. They are nutritional powerhouses loaded with compounds scientifically shown to enhance nitric oxide production for superior blood flow, improve the health and flexibility of your arteries, reduce systemic inflammation, and even provide the raw materials necessary for optimal testosterone synthesis, all without the laundry list of potential side effects associated with pharmaceuticals. And in just a few moments, I will meticulously guide you through each one, explaining their specific mechanisms and how to incorporate them effectively. However, I urge you to stay engaged until the very end, because I will unveil a crucial, often overlooked detail: the single most effective nut to consume specifically before bed. This simple timed dietary tweak leverages your body's natural nocturnal repair cycles and is helping men in their 70s and even 80s experience a remarkable resurgence, waking with erections possessing a strength and firmness reminiscent of decades past. It's not a miracle, it's strategic nutritional timing aligning with human biology. Before we delve into these powerful foods, if your goal is to maintain strength, robust health, and unwavering confidence as you navigate the years ahead, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and enable notifications. This ensures you never miss another piece of actionable, evidence-based advice specifically tailored for men over 60 who refuse to settle for decline. Your engagement is invaluable. If this information resonates and feels helpful, please type 1 in the comments below. If it doesn't meet your needs, type 0. Your honest feedback is essential. It directly shapes the content I create to genuinely support you on your health journey. Now, let's begin our exploration of nature's erectile supporting pharmacy, starting with a powerhouse nut most men completely overlook, despite its profound potential. The first nut I strongly recommend incorporating into your daily regimen is small in size but monumental in its impact, largely due to its extraordinary concentration of a relatively rare trace mineral crucial for male hormonal health. Consuming just 1 or 2 of these nuts daily can yield noticeable improvements in overall energy levels, support healthy testosterone production, and directly contribute to firmer, more sustainable erections. This unsung hero is the Brazil nut. Brazil nuts, large, creamy textured nuts native to the Amazon rainforest but readily available in most grocery stores, stand head and shoulders above almost any other food source as the richest natural reservoir of selenium on the planet. The concentration is so potent that consuming merely 1 or 2 nuts fulfills, and often exceeds, your entire recommended daily intake of this critical mineral. Why does selenium become so vitally important as men enter their 60s and beyond? The natural aging process involves a gradual decline in testosterone levels, a loss of elasticity in arterial walls, and a general slowing of circulatory efficiency. Selenium acts as a fundamental building block in the biochemical pathway responsible for testosterone synthesis. Without adequate selenium, your body's ability to produce optimal levels of this key hormone is significantly hampered. But selenium's benefits extend far beyond hormone production. It plays an indispensable role in a process called glutathione synthesis. Glutathione is arguably your body's master antioxidant, a powerful defender against oxidative stress, the cellular damage caused by free radicals. This oxidative stress relentlessly attacks the delicate endothelial lining of your blood vessels. Selenium, by boosting glutathione, provides critical protection for these vessels. Healthier blood vessels translate directly to improved circulation throughout the body, including the essential blood flow required to achieve and maintain a firm, reliable erection. Furthermore, a growing body of peer-reviewed research consistently links low selenium levels in older men not only to erectile difficulties but also to broader issues like reduced sperm quality, even if fertility isn't the primary concern, persistent fatigue, low mood or depression, and significant hormonal imbalances. European studies, for instance, have demonstrated that men with higher dietary selenium intake exhibit measurably better sperm motility and more favorable hormonal profiles compared to their deficient counterparts, and these findings hold true specifically within populations of men aged 60 and above. This underscores a vital principle: your body retains an inherent desire and capacity to function optimally. It simply requires the essential raw materials it may be chronically lacking. The sheer beauty of Brazil nuts lies in their simplicity of use. There's no need for radical dietary upheavals, choking down handfuls of synthetic supplements, or dealing with complicated regimens. The protocol is straightforward: consume 1, or at most 2, Brazil nuts each morning. You can easily incorporate them with your morning coffee, sprinkle them on oatmeal or yogurt, or simply eat them on their own. That's it. Minimal effort for potentially significant gain. However, a crucial caveat must be emphasized: strictly limit yourself to 1 or 2 nuts per day. Due to their exceptionally high selenium density, Exceeding this amount regularly can lead to unpleasant digestive issues and, in severe cases, selenium toxicity, a clear case where more is decidedly not better. View them as a potent, concentrated natural medicine. A tiny dose delivers profound effects. Allow me to speak candidly, man to man, for a moment. In my 30 years of practice, I've sat across from countless men burdened by years, sometimes decades, of silent shame stemming from declining sexual performance. This shame manifests in painful ways: avoiding intimacy, concocting excuses to sidestep closeness, a palpable erosion of self-confidence, and a creeping sense of diminished masculinity. If this resonates with you, please hear this. You are profoundly not alone in this struggle, and more importantly, you are not broken. Your biology is fundamentally designed for sexual function. The spark, the potential, remains alive within you. Often, the solution isn't about fixing something shattered, but rather about reigniting a flame that's been neglected, deprived of the essential fuel it needs. Adding 1 or 2 Brazil nuts to your morning routine might seem like an insignificantly small step. Yet, for many men I've counseled, this simple act has marked a pivotal turning point. They report a resurgence in overall energy, a reawakening of libido and desire, and crucially, erections that feel fuller, more substantial, and more responsive to stimulation. This isn't magic. It's the logical outcome of providing your endocrine system and circulatory system with a critical nutrient they were starved of, allowing them to function closer to their natural, intended capacity. An intriguing, often unexpected benefit reported by men who consistently consume Brazil nuts is an improvement in mood stability, sleep quality, and even cognitive sharpness and memory recall. This makes perfect biological sense because selenium participates in numerous vital bodily systems beyond sexual health, including optimal thyroid function, balanced brain chemistry, and a robust immune response. So, while your initial goal might be firmer erections, you are simultaneously nourishing and supporting your entire organism. This holistic benefit underscores the profound wisdom of working with your body's innate intelligence, rather than forcing it into submission with artificial interventions. We aren't overriding delicate systems with blunt force pharmaceuticals. We are gently, consistently supplying the precise building blocks your body has been silently signaling its need for all along. Therefore, my earnest encouragement is this: if you implement nothing else after absorbing this information, commit to trying just 1 Brazil nut tomorrow morning. Observe your body's subtle responses over the ensuing week, 2 weeks, a month. Notice shifts in your baseline energy, your sense of vitality, your emotional equilibrium. Feel the gradual return of confidence, the quiet sense of your body reawakening in ways you might not have anticipated, a renewed vigor that permeates beyond the bedroom. Yet, while Brazil nuts offer a powerful starting point, they are merely the opening act in this nutritional symphony. There is another nut, historically revered by ancient warriors for its stamina-enhancing properties, that modern clinical research now suggests might rival, or even surpass, the effectiveness of certain prescription treatments for erectile dysfunction. Chances are high this potent food is already sitting in your kitchen cabinet, waiting to be recognized for its true potential. Walnuts, often recognized by their distinctive brain-like shape, are nature's remarkably effective answer to the pervasive issue of poor blood flow, which is arguably the single most critical factor underlying weak or absent erections in men over 60. Without robust, unimpeded circulation, even optimal testosterone levels become functionally irrelevant when it comes to achieving a firm, lasting erection. The penis relies entirely on a rapid, substantial influx of blood to engorge its chambers and create rigidity. When circulation is compromised, erections become soft, fleeting, or fail to materialize altogether. This is precisely where walnuts shine. These unassuming nuts are exceptionally rich in a specific amino acid called L-arginine. L-arginine serves as the direct biochemical precursor to nitric oxide, NO, a molecule absolutely fundamental to the erectile process. Understanding this mechanism is key. When sexual arousal occurs, your brain and nerves send signals triggering the release of nitric oxide within the penile tissues. Nitric oxide acts as a potent vasodilator, meaning it causes the smooth muscles lining the blood vessels to relax and the vessels themselves to widen dramatically. This dilation is what allows the massive surge of blood required to fill the penile chambers, creating the pressure and rigidity of a firm erection. As men age, the body's natural production of nitric oxide tends to decline significantly. Endothelial cells, the lining of blood vessels, become less efficient at producing NO, and oxidative stress further depletes its availability. This decline is a primary physiological reason men notice weaker erections, a longer time required to achieve an erection, or difficulty maintaining firmness. By incorporating foods abundant in L-arginine, like walnuts, you provide your body with the essential raw material it needs to synthesize more nitric oxide naturally. This is a foundational, physiological approach. No pills with potential side effects, no uncomfortable pharmacy interactions, just utilizing the inherent power of real, whole food to support a core biological process. However, the circulatory benefits of walnuts extend significantly beyond their L-arginine content. They are also densely packed with alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Omega-3s are renowned for their potent anti-inflammatory effects. Chronic inflammation is a silent destroyer of vascular health. It damages the endothelial lining, promotes the buildup of plaque within arteries, atherosclerosis, and causes blood vessels to stiffen and narrow. This narrowing, vasoconstriction, chokes off blood flow not only to the heart and brain but critically, also to the penis. In fact, the medical community increasingly recognizes erectile dysfunction as a potential early warning sign of underlying cardiovascular disease precisely because the penile arteries are smaller and more sensitive to reduced blood flow than larger coronary arteries. Therefore, by consuming walnuts and reducing inflammation, you are not solely targeting improved sexual performance. You are actively protecting your heart, brain, and overall long-term vascular health, a profound dual benefit. The practical integration of walnuts is refreshingly straightforward. Aim to incorporate a small handful, approximately 6 to 8 walnut halves, into your daily routine. Consistency is paramount. This is about sustained nourishment, not an occasional boost. You can enjoy them as a convenient mid-morning or afternoon snack, add a satisfying crunch to salads or oatmeal, or blend them into a morning smoothie. Over weeks and months, this consistent daily dose of L-arginine and anti-inflammatory omega-3s works to nourish and repair your blood vessels, reduce arterial stiffness, and enhance the efficiency of the entire circulatory system upon which healthy erections depend. Many of my patients report perceiving positive changes, particularly in the frequency and quality of morning erections, a key indicator of vascular health, and overall penile responsiveness, within 2 to 3 weeks of starting this habit. Beyond the measurable physiological improvements, there's a profound psychological and emotional benefit that often emerges. When you begin to experience your body responding more reliably again, when you feel that natural physical reaction returning, it fosters a deep-seated sense of quiet confidence. This isn't bravado, it's the authentic self-assurance that comes from feeling capable and connected to your own physicality. You may find yourself standing taller, engaging more fully with your partner, and shedding the disheartening feeling of fading away, replaced by a renewed sense of self and vitality. It's crucial to understand that this isn't about recapturing the impossible vigor of youth. It's about maximizing the strength, health, and confidence possible for you now, at this stage of life. It begins with respecting your body and providing it with the essential nutrients, like those abundant in walnuts, that it requires to function optimally. Start simply tomorrow. Add that small handful of walnuts to your day. It's not a drastic overhaul, but a meaningful, sustainable step. Allow your body the time to utilize this nutritional support and begin the process of restoration from within. With walnuts, you are investing comprehensively in your circulation, your hormonal balance, and your foundational energy levels. As potent as walnuts are for circulation and nitric oxide, our exploration continues with another essential nut often forgotten by older men, yet packed with specific vitamins and minerals critically depleted after 60. If you've been battling persistent tiredness, mental sluggishness, or a sense of disconnection, this next nut, almonds, could be precisely what your body has been silently craving. By the time men reach their 60s, it's common to experience a noticeable dip in sustained energy, subtle shifts in mood stability, and a decline in the confidence that once characterized their intimate lives. While often attributed simplistically to getting older, these changes frequently stem from a deeper, more addressable issue: chronic nutrient depletion. Your body's requirements for specific vitamins and minerals evolve and often increase in this later stage of life. When these needs go unmet, the consequences manifest as systemic slowing, mentally, physically, and sexually. Almonds emerge as one of the simplest, most accessible, yet profoundly underutilized tools to begin reversing this trend. Packed within their unassuming shell lies a powerful combination of nutrients specifically tailored to support the hormonal, energetic, and vascular demands of the aging male body. Magnesium stands out as a prime example. Alarmingly, a significant majority of men over 60 consume far less than the recommended daily intake of magnesium, a mineral absolutely indispensable for cardiovascular health, efficient nerve function, and crucially, sexual performance. Magnesium acts as a natural vasodilator, helping blood vessels to relax. This relaxation is essential for improving blood flow not only to vital organs like the heart and brain but critically, to the penis as well. Enhanced circulation translates directly to more responsive erections and improved sexual stamina. Furthermore, if you've been experiencing physical sluggishness, muscle cramps, or persistent mental fog, a magnesium deficiency could be a significant underlying contributor. Almonds are among the very best dietary sources of highly bioavailable magnesium, meaning your body can absorb and utilize it far more effectively than from many synthetic supplements. Then we have zinc, a trace mineral required only in small amounts, yet its presence is non-negotiable for male hormonal health. Zinc plays a central, irreplaceable role in testosterone production, sperm quality, and libido. When zinc levels drop, testosterone production often follows suit. Unfortunately, zinc deficiency is incredibly widespread among older men due to reduced dietary intake and potentially impaired absorption. Almonds provide a valuable source of this frequently overlooked mineral. Consistent intake helps replenish zinc stores, which can gradually translate into stronger sexual desire, more stable moods, and more reliable erectile function over time. Almonds are also exceptionally rich in vitamin E, a potent fat-soluble antioxidant. Vitamin E's primary role in this context is protecting the endothelial lining of your blood vessels from oxidative damage. Healthy, flexible blood vessels are the absolute bedrock of strong erections. If arteries are stiffened or inflamed by free radical damage, blood flow is impeded, directly undermining your ability to achieve and sustain penile rigidity. Vitamin E acts as a shield for these delicate tissues, promoting smoother, more efficient blood flow precisely when it's needed most. The beauty of almonds lies in their effortless integration into daily life. Consuming a small handful, around 10 to 12 raw or dry roasted almonds, daily is sufficient to deliver meaningful benefits. They make a perfect mid-morning snack, can be kept conveniently in your desk drawer, car console, or briefcase, or added to breakfast cereals or yogurt. The critical factor is unwavering consistency. This approach isn't about seeking instant, dramatic transformations. It's about providing your body with a steady, reliable stream of the essential nutrients that fuel long-term resilience, hormonal balance, and systemic stability. There's an inherent power and comfort in this simplicity. It bypasses the need for radical dietary shifts, complex protocols, or dependence on expensive medications with potential side effects. Every almond consumed represents a quiet, deliberate investment in your physical strength, mental clarity, and sense of personal agency. It's a tangible step away from resignation and towards reclaiming the man you aspire to be. Patients in their 60s, 70s, and 80s consistently report back not just physical improvements after incorporating almonds, but enhanced mental focus, deeper, more restorative sleep, and a greater sense of emotional presence and connection with their partners. This multifaceted transformation stems not from a single intervention, but from the cumulative effect of consistent, foundational nourishment, allowing the body's inherent wisdom to restore balance and function. If you feel your vitality waning, If that essential spark seems dimmed, start with just a few almonds each day. Allow your body to acclimate to this steady nutritional support. Pay close attention to subtle shifts, improvements in sleep quality, energy levels throughout the day, and how you feel upon waking. You may discover that the vibrancy you thought was lost was merely dormant, awaiting the right, consistent care to reemerge. While almonds provide critical support for hormonal balance and vascular health, our journey brings us to another remarkable nut steeped in history, one revered by ancient cultures for enhancing virility and now validated by contemporary science for its measurable impact on erectile function. If performance consistency or staying power has been a challenge, this next nut, the humble pistachio, could become an invaluable ally. There's an inherent, almost playful satisfaction in eating pistachios. The act of cracking each shell, extracting the vibrant green kernel, enjoying its unique flavor. Yet, beneath this enjoyable snack experience lies one of the most scientifically substantiated and historically trusted foods for supporting male sexual health, particularly for men navigating their 60s and beyond. Pistachios may appear small, but their impact on erectile function and overall vitality is surprisingly potent and well documented. Their efficacy stems from a distinctive nutritional composition. Like walnuts, pistachios are an excellent source of L-arginine, the vital amino acid precursor to nitric oxide. As previously explained, nitric oxide is the master key that unlocks the process of vasodilation, allowing blood vessels to relax and widen dramatically to accommodate the surge of blood necessary for a firm erection. Pharmaceutical interventions for ED often work by artificially manipulating pathways related to nitric oxide. Pistachios offer a natural alternative, supplying the raw material, L-arginine, that enables your body to produce its own nitric oxide, supporting the natural physiological process without external chemical intervention. This natural support mechanism is precisely why a notable clinical study yielded such compelling results. Men consuming approximately 3 ounces, around 100 grams, of pistachios daily for just 3 weeks experienced statistically significant improvements in erectile function scores, reported increases in sexual desire, libido, and greater overall sexual satisfaction, all without any other concurrent dietary or lifestyle modifications. These were objective, measurable improvements documented through standardized questionnaires, not merely subjective feelings. Beyond L-arginine, pistachios deliver a robust package of health-promoting compounds, significant amounts of monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, the good fats, dietary fiber, plant sterols, known to support healthy cholesterol levels, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. This combination works synergistically to improve lipid profiles, lowering LDL, bad, cholesterol, and potentially raising HDL, good, cholesterol, and enhance overall cardiovascular health. For older men, this is paramount, as circulatory health is intrinsically linked not only to erectile function, but also to energy levels, cognitive sharpness, and long-term heart health. By bolstering the cardiovascular system, pistachios contribute holistically to vitality, positively influencing mood, physical endurance, and overall well-being. Another practical advantage of pistachios is their inherent satisfaction factor. For men focused on health improvement, finding snacks that are both nutritious and genuinely enjoyable is crucial for long-term adherence. Pistachios offer that satisfying crunch and rich flavor, making them a pleasurable alternative to salty, processed snacks or sugary treats. Their protein and fiber content promote satiety, helps stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing energy crashes, and reduces systemic inflammation, additional benefits that indirectly support healthy testosterone levels and sexual performance, particularly by aiding in weight management and reducing harmful visceral belly fat. Incorporating pistachios effectively is simple and sustainable. Keep a container of unsalted, roasted pistachios readily accessible, in your kitchen, office, car, or beside your favorite chair. Consuming 1 to 2 ounces, a couple of modest handfuls, daily provides the necessary benefits without excessive calorie intake. Consider enjoying them in the afternoon as a nutrient-dense pick-me-up or as a light, satisfying snack after dinner. The healthy fats and amino acids continue their supportive work during the night, promoting circulation and recovery while you rest. Patients consistently report more than just physical changes. They describe a renewed sense of confidence, a rekindled engagement in their relationships, and a diminished fear of intimacy. The pervasive frustration and feeling of fading into the background begin to lift. Pistachios contribute to this shift not through magic, but through substantial, natural nourishment, providing the body with the resources it needs to restore function and vitality. This exemplifies why natural, whole food solutions should never be underestimated. The body isn't broken, it's responsive. Providing consistent, targeted nutritional signals, like those found in pistachios, can reactivate systems that may have been slowly down-regulated. As we approach the culmination of our list, one final nut deserves your attention, a rich, buttery variety packed with uniquely beneficial fats that go beyond supporting blood flow to actively protect arterial integrity and promote hormonal equilibrium. Often overlooked, the macadamia nut holds significant power for men committed to long-term vitality. Among the nuts discussed, macadamia nuts possess a uniquely luxurious, rich, buttery flavor and smooth texture. However, this indulgent quality shouldn't obscure their potent health benefits. These nuts are densely packed with heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and essential nutrients that provide critical support for circulatory efficiency, hormonal balance, and sustained vascular health, making them a subtle yet powerful component of a strategy for maintaining strong, reliable erections in later life. The primary power of macadamia nuts resides in their exceptional fatty acid profile. Unlike many common snack foods laden with harmful trans fats or inflammatory processed oils, macadamias are predominantly composed of monounsaturated fats, MUFAs, specifically palmitoleic and oleic acids, the same beneficial fats celebrated in extra virgin olive oil and avocados. These MUFAs are metabolically active. They actively help lower levels of damaging LDL cholesterol while supporting or raising beneficial HDL cholesterol. Crucially, they exert potent anti-inflammatory effects within the arterial system. Reduced inflammation translates directly to improved blood flow throughout the body, including the critical vascular networks supplying the penis. One of the more insidious, often undiagnosed contributors to erectile dysfunction in aging men is endothelial dysfunction. The endothelium is the ultra-thin, single-cell layer lining the interior of all blood vessels. When this delicate lining becomes inflamed or damaged due to oxidative stress, high blood pressure, or poor cholesterol profiles, it loses its ability to efficiently produce nitric oxide and relax properly. This dysfunction severely impedes the rapid vasodilation essential for achieving a firm erection. Macadamia nuts contain potent polyphenol and flavonoids, plant compounds with strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. These compounds specifically help protect and repair the endothelial lining, preserving the flexibility, strength, and responsiveness of blood vessels, precisely the attributes needed for sustained sexual performance in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Furthermore, these healthy fats play an indispensable role in the body's natural hormone production. Testosterone, the cornerstone male sex hormone, is biosynthesized from cholesterol. This doesn't justify consuming unhealthy fats. Rather, it highlights the necessity for consuming sufficient high-quality fats. Macadamia nuts provide exactly this: clean, efficient sources of the right kind of fats that serve as essential building blocks for hormone synthesis, supporting natural testosterone production without resorting to artificial boosters or risky hormonal interventions. Macadamias are also remarkably satiating. This aids in weight management by helping curb cravings and prevent overeating. They are high in fiber and very low in carbohydrates, contributing to stable blood sugar levels and preventing damaging insulin spikes. Blood sugar instability is a frequently overlooked factor in sexual health. Fluctuations can damage blood vessels, deplete energy, and disrupt the complex hormonal signaling necessary for arousal and erection. Including a small portion of macadamia nuts daily helps maintain metabolic steadiness, reduces inflammation, and supports balanced hormone activity. Integration is effortless. Consuming just 5 or 6 macadamia nuts per day is sufficient due to their calorie density. Think of them as concentrated nutritional fuel, small in quantity but significant in impact. Enjoy them alone as a satisfying snack, pair them with a square of dark chocolate for added antioxidants, or add a luxurious crunch to salads. Consistency transforms this into a ritual of self-care, reinforcing your commitment to sustain strength and health. Men who incorporate macadamias often report feeling more grounded, experiencing renewed drive and overall well-being within weeks. This is the body's tangible response to receiving high-quality fuel it inherently recognizes and utilizes efficiently. While each of these 5 nuts, Brazil nuts for selenium and antioxidant support, walnuts for nitric oxide and blood flow, almonds for magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E, pistachios for L-arginine and clinical performance enhancement, and macadamias for endothelial protection and healthy fats, delivers unique and powerful benefits individually, their collective impact is amplified. However, there exists a final, strategic refinement, timing the consumption of one specific nut to maximize its effects during the body's crucial nocturnal repair cycle. This simple adjustment can profoundly enhance recovery, deepen blood flow support overnight, and significantly boost the potential for waking with stronger erections. The ideal candidate for this pre-bedtime role is the walnut. Walnuts emerge as the ultimate nutritional ally for men seeking to support their sexual health overnight. Their potent combination of heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids, ALA, antioxidants, and one of the highest concentrations of L-arginine among nuts makes them uniquely suited for this purpose. As established, L-arginine is the precursor to nitric oxide, the molecule essential for relaxing blood vessels and facilitating the blood flow critical for erections. The strategic power of consuming walnuts before bed lies in aligning with your body's natural circadian repair rhythms. During sleep, your body shifts into a profound state of restoration. Hormones rebalance, cellular repair mechanisms activate, tissues rebuild, and the vascular system undergoes maintenance and healing. Providing key nutrients just before this critical window begins allows your body to utilize them optimally throughout the night. Eating a small handful of walnuts, approximately 6 to 8 halves, roughly 30 minutes before bedtime provides a sustained release of beneficial fats and L-arginine. This steady supply supports enhanced circulation while you sleep, facilitates vascular repair and recovery, and significantly increases the likelihood of waking with stronger, more consistent morning erections, a classic physiological indicator of healthy vascular function and hormonal balance. For many men, experiencing this natural morning response serves as the first tangible sign that their body is responding positively, a quiet affirmation that their system is reactivating. Beyond the nitric oxide support, walnuts naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep-wake cycles. Quality sleep is non-negotiable for healthy testosterone production. The majority of testosterone release occurs during deep, restorative sleep stages, particularly REM sleep. Poor or fragmented sleep directly correlates with lower testosterone levels, impaired recovery, diminished libido, and weaker erections. By combining the melatonin content of walnuts with the L-arginine-driven nitric oxide support, you create a synergistic effect, supporting both the hormonal environment necessary for sexual health, via improved sleep quality, and the vascular function required to manifest it physically, via nitric oxide. Walnuts, in this context, function as a silent, nourishing partner to your nighttime physiology. They don't act as stimulants. They don't artificially spike systems. Instead, they provide foundational support, enabling natural repair and optimization processes to occur more efficiently while you rest. This gentle, steady, physiologically aligned approach is precisely what the aging male body needs. Recommending this bedtime habit has yielded consistent, positive feedback. Men report waking feeling more refreshed, experiencing greater daytime energy, and regaining confidence in their body's capabilities. Often, partners notice the difference not just physically, but in the emotional reconnection and renewed intimacy that flourishes when performance anxiety diminishes. This underscores a fundamental truth. Sustainable health solutions rarely involve magic bullets or extreme measures. They hinge on understanding your body's fundamental requirements and consistently providing the specific, high-quality fuel it lacks. Sometimes, profound change begins with a simple, timed act. like consuming a handful of walnuts before bed. As we conclude, it's essential to recognize that while these 5 nuts provide powerful nutritional tools, they operate within a broader context of holistic health and mindset. What you believe about your body's potential as you age, how you prioritize its care through movement and rest, and the daily choices you make collectively shape your vitality far more than any single food or supplement ever could. Reaching this point signifies a conscious choice to understand and actively support your body, a step many men never take. We've explored 5 distinct nuts, each a nutritional powerhouse. Brazil nuts for foundational selenium and antioxidant defense, walnuts for driving nitric oxide production and circulatory health, almonds for replenishing critical magnesium and zinc while protecting blood vessels with vitamin E, pistachios for clinically proven performance enhancement via L-arginine, and macadamia nuts for safeguarding arterial health with their unique healthy fats. We then uncovered the strategic advantage of consuming walnuts before bedtime, leveraging your body's innate repair cycle to maximize blood flow support and hormonal balance overnight. However, this journey extends far beyond dietary specifics. It's fundamentally about reclaiming a sense of agency over your health and well-being. It's about rejecting the pervasive, disempowering narrative of inevitable decline, and instead choosing to honor the remarkable resilience still inherent within you. You are not defined by the years behind you. You are stepping into a phase characterized by accumulated wisdom and the potential for focused vitality. The goal isn't to recapture an illusory youth, but to actively support and maximize the strength, health, and confidence available to you in the present moment. The potential for vibrancy doesn't extinguish with age. It may simply require more intentional, high-quality fuel to burn brightly. The reality is that aging doesn't have to equate to deterioration. It can represent a process of refinement, deepening, and sustained engagement with life. When you commit to nourishing your body with potent whole foods like these nuts, prioritize regular movement that respects your current capabilities, ensure adequate restorative sleep, and cultivate a mindset grounded in possibility rather than limitation, you actively open the door to a profoundly different experience of your later years, one characterized by enduring energy, mental clarity, deep connection, and authentic confidence. Begin today. Start with one small, manageable change, perhaps adding Brazil nuts to your morning or walnuts before bed. Embrace it one handful at a time. Recognize that your most vibrant, fulfilling years may very well lie ahead, waiting for you to claim them with informed action and unwavering self-care. Stay physically strong through movement and nutrition, stay mentally curious and open to learning, and above all, stay actively engaged in nurturing your health and well-being. You possess immense life yet to be lived, experienced, and enjoyed. That renewed chapter of vitality and connection starts decisively now, with the choices you make in this very moment.